Oh my goodness, it seems as if you are all falling asleep. Good morning. That sounds better. Guys, have you been enjoying the morning? Yes. Have you learned something? Yes. Wonderful. What have you learned? Okay. I want to share with you today and tell you about a little tree that is very healthy that you can plant in your garden. And you know what? We're going to give you a tree today before you go home. How's that? And you must go home and you must go and plant this little tree in your garden. Now this tree is called a Spekboom. Spek, where's the teachers around here? Spek means bacon. Boom means tree. So if you do a direct translation, you'll call it the bacon tree, but it's not really the bacon tree. It's called the Spekboom. Have you heard about this tree before? Okay. This tree is one of the trees here in South Africa that is being used often by elephants for food. But the beautiful thing about this tree is that it takes the bad air that we breathe out and that we cause with the fires that we are making, and it turns it into oxygen. So it's cleaning the air. Do you know how many of these trees I've got in my garden? More than 40. And you know what? I don't smell all the bad stuff from the city because my trees is keeping my house nice and clean of bad air. So if you are smart, you're going to take that tree that I'm giving you today and you're going to allow it to grow, and you're going to take a little branch from that tree and you're going to plant it next to that tree. And in a little while, you can have a couple of those trees. And if you, in a year's time, you will find that your whole yard where you are staying can be covered by these trees. And all the people around you will be smelling bad air, and you will be breathing good air. How's that? You don't look excited. How's that? Yeah, man, it's nice. Do you know what is even better about this tree? You can eat it. Yes. You can make salad of it. You can cook it. You can use it to make smoothies. You guys know smoothies? Yes. Yeah. I know many of you love smoothies. So you can make a Spekboom smoothie. How's that? And you can make acha. Yeah, acha. Nice acha with a papa. Yeah. Now, another name that they call the Spekboom is they call it the elephant bush. Do you know why they call it the elephant bush? We said yes. So, why is it called the elephant bush? Yes, it's eaten by the elephants. Yeah, you are sharp. There's also a bit of qualities in the Spekboom, because you can use the leaves for medicine. If you take the leaf and you put it in your mouth, it will quench your thirst. If you're very thirsty, you can take a leaf from the Spekboom and you can put it in your mouth. It helps against you becoming dehydrated and even works against heat stroke. If you've got shoes, new shoes, and you walk with it and you find there's some blisters on your feet, you can use the leaves if you crush it and put it on those blisters, and your feet will get healed quickly. Isn't that awesome? Yes. Oh, come on, man. You must need to get a little bit more excited about this. Huh? If you've got a sore throat, you can chew the leaves and it will cause your throat to be better. Where's the girls around here? You know those things that they call pimples? You know them? I'm going to tell you a secret. The leaves, you put it on those pimples, goes away. If you've got a rash, put some of the juice of the leaf on there. It will heal it. If you've got infection in your mouth and you chew the leaves, it will bring healing to your mouth. If one of the insects, they sting you, and you take some of the juice of that leaf, the crush it, and you put it on there, it will take away the sting. So can you begin to see how good it is to have such a tree in your home? Yes. Do you know, in Mozambique, the mothers that have had babies, they eat the Spekboom. Do you know why? It helps them to produce more milk for the baby. If they are breastfeeding, it causes more production of the milk for the breast of the mother. Who are Zulus here? Who comes from, who speaks Zulus? You should know the Spekboom, because the Zulus, when they go through times where there's little food and there's famine in the land, they eat the Spekboom. Klingwe, did you know that? Oh, she says she doesn't. So at least I know something that she doesn't know, eh? The wonderful thing about the Spekboom is that it grows quickly. And you can use it in your rock garden. You can plant it, in effect, at any place in your garden. And it grows quickly. It grows to about 1.5 meters high, and it becomes quite a nice big bush that you can use. So you can even use it for shade if you want to. And as I said, in my garden I've got plenty of these trees, but there's no more plenty of them left, because you are going to carry them out of this place this morning when you leave here. I've cut down several of my trees so that I can give you, each one of you, a little tree. How's that? Yes, wonderful. You know, the other thing about a Spekboom is it doesn't need a lot of water. You almost don't have to give it any water because it doesn't need a lot of water to grow. And what has always amazed me is the leaf of the Spekboom is so juicy, but yet you don't give it a lot of water. It's an amazing, I really believe it's a miracle plant. and we don't give enough attention to it. I think one of the most important things about the Spekboom, over and above all its medicinal qualities, is the fact that it fights climate change. Why? Because it produces oxygen. So it's fighting all this bad air that we are putting and pollution that we are putting into the air. It is easy to grow. You literally take a stick, you put it in the ground, and it grows. You don't have to struggle, or sometimes they talk about somebody that's got green fingers. What is green fingers? It's somebody that's got the ability, if they put a plant in the ground, and that thing just grows. Now you can have green fingers. If you want to have green fingers, just plant a Spekboom, because it doesn't need anything, it will just grow. It's a typical South African plant. It doesn't use a lot of water, and it's not a plant that is easily infected or dies and those kind of things. It can be in a drought area, it can be in a rainy area, it always keeps growing. Can you believe this? I'm going to ask you, how old do you think does a Spekboom get? How old? Come on, anybody? 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 25, 10. 200 years old. So you know what? If you plant a Spekboom, you will be long gone. Your children will be long gone, and then the Spekboom will still be standing. So if you want to erect a monument, plant a Spekboom. How's that? Another exciting thing is that the Spekboom has flowers. I'm so sorry our projector is not working today, because it has the most beautiful pink flowers that it makes when it's flowering. And then let me begin to land this aeroplane. And if you want the elephant to just love you, feed him Spekboom. He will follow you wherever you go, because they just love Spekboom. So I want to send you away here today with this thought. You can do something to fight air pollution. You can do something to fight what we talked about earlier today, global warming, by going out and to start planting Spekboom plants. You don't have to go and buy them. You can just take a little branch of the Spekboom and you can plant that. And within a short period, that little plant will have grown to a nice big plant. So, the reason why I'm going to give each one of you a Spekboom today is because I want you to take that, go and plant it at your home, and then make little plants of that one, and see if you can't in time build a hedge of Spekboom around your place where you stay. Take little plants to your school, where you're having school, and plant them there. Go to the business area where you've got businesses here. and go and encourage the people there. Plant a Spekboom. How many of you know that we've got a lot of air pollution that's taking place here in Mamelodi? Come on. There's open fires, there's tires that's being burnt, and we see all of that black smoke going up in there. And you know, we breathe all of that. But if we can plant Spekboom, we can change that. And the air that we breathe every day can be healthier. Are you going to become a partner with me in planting Spekboom?
Yes!
Yes, I'm going to keep you to your word. And I can promise you that Uncle Tsepo, within the next week or two, is going to go to some of the schools around here, and he's going to take some of you with him, and he's going to plant some of the biggest Spekboom at your school so that we can create more awareness of this. I want to thank you for listening to me this morning, and I hope you've learned something and that you will be motivated to go and plant a Spekboom. Nee, Uncle Tsepo. Yes, he's going to take you to go and plant some Spekboom. Not this week, not today, but he will tell you when. That's it from me. Thank you, guys.